Let's talk about something else that's incredible here in the Metro, and that is an organization that is known as Project Silence No More. And we have three amazing people that are part of this organization joining us this morning. Co-founder Marcus Miller, who's joining us, Ali Andreessen, who is a board member, and also Lauren Goodwin. Thank you all for joining us this morning. But let's first break it down. What is Project Silence No More?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having us. Project Silence No More is a local nonprofit started by a few co-founders from the class of 2015. We graduated from Johnson High School.
Okay.
And our goal is to really normalize the conversation around mental health, suicide, and depression in the Johnson community.
Okay. Why did this organization get created in the first place? What was the need from your standpoint?
Yeah.
Well, we really basically saw that while the district does a lot to help with mental health, on an individual level and within the schools, we felt that there was a need for a community-wide effort because change can't just happen in the schools, it has to go throughout the Johnston community as a whole. So we felt that if we started something that worked throughout the entire community to start that conversation and to get that moving, we would be able to support the efforts that are already going on as well as start new ones.
And how are we starting that conversation? Because those are all topics that nobody loves to just kind of bring up or admit that they might be dealing with or know somebody that they're dealing with. So how are we able to start those conversations in the community of Johnston or those that are watching right now, perhaps in their neighborhood as well?
Right, well, we're actually kind of kicking everything off with an event. We're doing a concert, and at the concert we're going to do several things. We're going to have a moment of action as opposed to a moment of silence, kind of in remembrance of those that the Johnston community has lost to suicide, in which we're going to ask people to do several different things that allow them to start making that change that day at that concert. And we're also going to have people wear name tags. We're going to give them the opportunity, I guess, to wear these name tags that show how their lives have been touched by mental health issues and try to really be open and honest about that and allow people to start that dialogue within the people they're meeting.
So creating an activity that gets people together to start talking about it. So let's talk more about the event that's coming up this Saturday, correct?
Yep, this Saturday, July 14th. It will be held down at Terra Park from 2 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
We have a couple dance groups performing. There also will be some music bands that will be performing as well. We have Tropical Snow there, and then Greenbrier will be donating a percentage of their profits for the night. So you guys can head on over there after the concert and eat dinner, and then we'll get some of their proceeds.
Wonderful.
To help out with a very worthwhile cause here too. And that was the whole idea, just to get the conversation started. Is that the main idea?
So we take a two-pronged approach. So the first prong is get the conversation going, kind of normalize that. And then the second prong is being a financial resource for the district. There's, a lot that goes into this, and we know that we're not the experts on mental health, but we just want to be the resources for them, for the district, and for those people who do, have that background knowledge and can pursue the evidence-based activities and things like that that are, demonstrated to be effective in sort of addressing this mental health. And so we are supporting several initiatives. So one group is Students for Change, and they're a student group at Johnston who focuses on mental health awareness, amongst the students.
Okay.
So we support them, and also other initiatives that the district wants to go forward with.
Making sure there's backing so that stays strong in your community of Johnston. And I love that young adults or students are doing this, because sometimes if you have people that are younger and they're having some issues, it's not always easy for them to reach out to an adult. But maybe if they see students or young adults' faces attached to a project, they're saying, I can reach out to them and I can ask for some assistance.
They can relate a little bit closer to you.
Exactly. Right? And I'm definitely not an expert on this, but I do know that there are studies that have shown that peer-to-peer is one of the most effective ways of people getting help and seeking help and encouraging others to get help. And that's part of why the Johnston Community School District is doing Sources of Strength, which is peer-to-peer interaction and training individuals and leaders of peers to help figure out how to best refer their friends and things like that.
You said this was put together by some graduates of the class of 2015.
Project Silence No More is, yeah.
Right, okay. And since that time, how have you seen progress in Project Silence No More?
So we just launched actually earlier this year in January, and we have seen tremendous community support. We have received over $5,000 in donations already, and we had multiple people reach out and just say, what can I do? I'd love to help. And speaking of which, you can visit our website at www.projectsilencenomore.org, and we have a place where you can sign up to get involved. We want everyone involved. This is a community-wide effort, so we want everyone involved. There's also a place to learn more about us, a little more about our initiatives, and also a place to donate if you feel that that's something you'd like to do.
Wonderful. And another way of coming together as a community and learning more is going to be this Saturday, correct?
Yep, this Saturday.
Okay, so give us all the details once again.
All right, so it's this Saturday, July 14th from 2 to 4 p.m. It'll be down at Terra Park, which is off of Pioneer Parkway in Johnston. Right now it's planned to be outside, but due to weather, you can follow our social media and you can watch for location changes. Again, there will be some music groups performing as well as local dance groups. Tropical Snow will be there, and then after the concert, you guys are welcome to head down to Greenbrier, which will be donating a percentage of their proceeds to us.
Wonderful.
Job out of them
And
for
as you
doing
said, this is a moment of action. So let's take action so we can make a difference in the Johnston community.
We want to use this event to create long-term change. So
wonderful. Well, thank you all for what you are doing. This is amazing, and hopefully continue to spread the message of the great work of these students and young adults, and really trying to make a difference in the Johnston community, but hopefully all over Central Iowa and beyond. Give us the website one more time so people can learn more.
Yep. So we're www.projectsilencenomore.org. You can also check us out on Facebook at PRJCTSNM.
Okay.
On Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Wonderful. Very nice to meet all of you.
Thank you so
and
much.
good luck with your
Thank you.
event this
Have fun this
Saturday.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you so
watching
much.
CWI Live here.